right, everybody, welcome to the Conversion Pros Masterclass 2. I did one of these before. You might have seen it in your back office. If you haven't seen it, why not? It's in your back office. You should have already looked at it. But this is going to be version 2 because we've added a couple new things since that last webinar. And the reason why I wanted to do this particular class was, because this is my system along with Ron and Jamie. We own it. We want it represented the right way. I don't want to see people build pages in the Conversion Pros and then they look cheap, or they look silly, or they don't look like, like who in the heck would want that system? That's the last thing I want. Because you can make the highest end, most expensive looking pages inside the Conversion Pros, but a lot of people that I'm watching are not using everything that we give you in order to do that. And it kind of drives me crazy. And because of that, that's exactly why I'm doing this class, so you can produce high-end stuff. Guess what? The higher end your pages look, the more opt-ins you get, the more conversions you get, the more sales you get, the more signups you get. So it makes sense to make your stuff look expensive. For example, if you were driving down the road and you saw the cheapest Chevy they make with a sticker on the back that says make $30,000 a month, are you buying into that? So that's kind of like a real cheap looking page. If you do the page wrong and it doesn't look high end, and all of a sudden you're talking about making someone rich or making them all this money, they're gonna look at that and be like, yeah, right. Now if you had a Lamborghini going down the road and said, I'll pay $30,000 a month, everybody be pulling over, trying to write it down, snap a picture with their phone, all that. Why? It looks high-end. It's believable, okay? Same thing with your capture page. When you have a high-end, believable capture page, your message comes across a lot better. The same thing goes for selling a product. If it's a weight loss product or a water product, even a cyber currency product, the more high-end it looks, the more believable it gets. So, let's get into this. So what we're gonna do here is, go over here. Okay, so basically, I don't want to complicate it though, because the Conversion Pros is anything but complicated. It's actually super easy. There's basically 4 steps to putting a page together, and I'm just going to go through these slides I made, then we're going to get into it. 4 steps. You pick a template. After you pick a template, you pick your background. Once you pick your background, all you're going to do then is edit your text, the colors, the opacity, and the button. Then you're going to connect your mail campaign. 4 steps, very, very easy to do. Some people are like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so technical. No, it's 4 steps, it's realistically 4 steps. So don't overthink it. It's very easy to do, okay? So, yes, I'm recording this. Okay, let me go through this. Different types of capture pages we're gonna go over, because some of you only look at it like one-dimensional, and you can't, because Conversion Pros is so much bigger than that. We have capture pages with no video, then we can have some with video. We have landing pages that you can do with 1, 2, or 3 videos. You can even daisy chain them together. Then you can use pages just to do Facebook updates. A lot of you aren't doing this. You should be, and we're going to show you tonight why you should. Video email templates. We show you in a webinar how to do awesome video emails, and it makes you look so much better as a marketer when you do it. 99% of you aren't doing it. Pages for text marketing. Our video pages look killer on cell phones. When they're done right, they look absolutely stellar. And if you're gonna text somebody something, it's gonna be like, bam. It's so much better than text just alone. And then what we call brand yourself pages, okay? Which we're gonna get into as well and show you what all that kind of stuff is. Let me come back here. Different types of backgrounds that you can use too. You can use a static picture, you can use a video background, and then you could use a GIF background. Tonight we're going to get into all 3 of these, show you what it is. And some of you aren't using the power of that either, which you should be. And then finally, how to make your pages look super high-end. The opacity tool is a game changer. Using boxes. Some of you aren't using boxes, and when you do, you're doing it goofy. We're going to fix that. Using cool fonts, not just the standard font, but how to use the cool and fun fonts. And then using the right colors. One of the things that I see a lot is some of you use all the wrong colors. You use many, many colors that don't make much sense on your pages, and that cheapens it up. So we need to fix that. Okay. Now let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here to Conversion Pros, TCP Marketing Suite, landing page builder. All right. Now I'm gonna click Add. Okay. Now, a lot of you look at these templates and you say, well, we have a bunch of templates. Don't get me wrong. Okay, we have a bunch. But what you guys aren't realizing is we have made it so you have so many ways to edit each template. It's like having 1,000 templates back here, not just one. But a lot of you use exactly what the template is and you never change it. For example, let me just grab this one for a second. Okay, I grabbed this page here. Okay, as you see, it's a big white box, a little bit of a background. Let me just go grab a different background image, for example. Maybe do something like this. All right, well, you can't see the background through that. You see what I did there? You really can't see it. The opacity tool changes this so much. Okay, look what I just did there. Now look at this page. See the difference? That looks like an entirely different template. You can't see my screen? Can anybody see my screen? I want to make sure you cannot see my screen. Let me make sure you guys can see my screen here. Let me make sure you guys can see my screen more. Can't see my screen. Okay, well that makes a huge difference. So let me find a way to share my screen then, guys and gals. New share. Here we go. All right, can you guys see my screen now? All right. Well, that sucks. Can't see my screen, so let me start all over. Okay, so what I did is I got into the template section, and you guys see we have a bunch of templates here. But there's a lot more to this than what it looks like. And a lot of you aren't using it, and that's another reason I wanted to do this, okay? So check this out. Let's click on this. So I click on this template right here. As you can see, got a big white box, got a background. So let me just click in the background images, for example. Let me just click on this guy here using a laptop. Let's say work from home. Well, it doesn't look real good because you really can't see it. Check this out, that one little change. I come up to the opacity and I click a button, and see how I can click down on the opacity? I still want a box there, but I don't want it solid, okay? Solid looks crazy on this. I want to just go a little bit lighter. Now look at the difference in this capture page. Now you see this looks like an entirely different template. Now guys and gals, I'm getting some people saying I can see my screen, some people say I can't. I believe most of you can see my screen, is that correct? I can see it, I can see it, I can see it. Okay. Perfect. All right, now we fixed it. All right, so you guys can see how that one little change changed this big time. You know, well, check this out. You see this box right here? It's white. You also realize that you can click in the backgrounds of these boxes and change that too. So if I click on this, where's the edit function here real quick? Edit text, edit design. Whoa. You get the edit attribute editor here. Why isn't that popping up? I don't know why it's not popping up. Okay. Well, anyway. So here's what I'll do on this one. See this writing here? This has a gray black with a background shadow. If I really want to stick this out, maybe I'll do white. Okay? Then I'll change the background shadow to black. Okay? But your headline, you want it to stick out. You want it to be dynamic. So maybe I will change it. Let me go back to edit text here. I don't want Arial. Arial's a basic font. I want to do a different font. So I'm going to click on that. And I don't know if you guys have looked through all these. I mean, there's probably not because there's 700 of them. By the way, some of these do not look how they're written. Like if I hit bubblegum, for example, you see how that changed it? See how that made it look cool? So when you look at these, sometimes they don't look at the, you know, it looks like a regular font, but until you click on it, they don't change. Some of you haven't realized that yet. So I like to come in here and I just start clicking around. I mean, look how crazy that one is. That one looks pretty wild. So let's say I wanted to use that. Make 300 a day from your living room. All right, now I printed that. I don't know if I love it. So that's the cool part. I come back in here again and say, well, that one's kind of cool. Let me come back in here and see if I can find something else. Sometimes I just scroll my mouse all the way down because there's just so many I never find. Actually, I like that real clean looking font right there. So I'll do that, you know? And then I always delete the text like this and then say, all you need to do is copy and paste our system. One of the things about a good capture page, everybody, is how generic you make it. That font's all right for me. Maybe what I'll do though, is I want it to stick out a little bit more. I want to show you a trick on the background shadows. When I click on text shadow, I want to make it white. And it pops it out here. But then if you use this little spread tool though, it makes it look it makes it glow a little bit. It just doesn't look like a hard shadow. You see how that glow came? You see how that looks a lot more high end from that? Copy and paste our system. Now I'm just going to delete a lot of this text. Short and sweet ad copy is the key. If you guys want results, the more curious you can make your pages, the better. Newbies and amateurs are making more than they ever have. Trust me, if you snooze, you lose on this one. All right, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this writing. Come down here, get another cool font. I want it to be kind of big here. Bungie's kind of cool. Just looking. Again, play with the fonts. Go through here and really have fun playing around and finding which one, you know, looks cool. Nosper, let's look at that. Now that has drips. Actually, I kind of almost like that clean one there, but there's so much fun ones that you can do. So I'm just going to go through here. Some of them you can't read as good, you know, maybe with shorter text it looks good. Maybe I like that a little bit. Okay. So what happens here is there's a box around the text that you can change on this one. So every template's a little bit different. Okay, but what I'm going to do here on this text is I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then down here, some of you don't realize this, you can italicize. See this little I? Watch that. So now I've italicized that right there. What I like to do too is I like to bring in all the colors. So if this is blue up here, I'm going to take this blue, I'm just going to take the HTML code, I'm going to copy it. And down here where this is black, I'm just going to click on the text color and copy and paste the same blue. Hit, what did I do a YouTube video? That's weird. Do that again. Take the blue color, HTML, Control C is copy, Control V is paste. Okay, I did that, but now you can see you can't see it as good. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring that white text shadow out again. So I go to the shadow, I hit white, and then I use the spread tool, and we bring that out a little bit more. Okay, take a free tour, that's fine. And then if you want your social buttons, you can have them there. But let's look at the difference in this capture page. Remember how this capture page started. Let me give you a refresher. The capture page looked like this. This was the template. Now does this template look like this page? This looks like an entirely different template. Do you guys realize how many options we give you to edit every single template so it could make everything look entirely different? Check this out. If I wanted to make this even different here, do you realize you can also change your colors? Like this. Maybe I wanted that to stick out a little bit more. Now look at this page. It looks a lot different than it did a couple seconds ago. Well, it's the same template, but because we give you the power to edit the templates, you see the difference it makes. Remember, it started out looking like this, a big white box. Now it looks like this. Pretty cool, right? Also, you can do video backgrounds too on all templates. Okay, a lot of you don't even know where they're at, so let me show you. So if I come over here and I scroll down, this is the admin section, so it's under resources, and under resources, I click on video backgrounds, okay? I'm gonna scroll down, there's one on here I'm gonna grab. Let me find it. Look at it, woman in the bed with a tablet. Mom working home, all right? So check this out. So I copy this. I come over here and I'm gonna paste it. You gotta save a page first. So I'm gonna do masterclass 2. Let me just save it so I can show you. So you can actually add video backgrounds to all templates, okay? Now, that being said, just so you know, mobile sites do not open video backgrounds. It's not the Conversion Pros that won't let mobile sites open it. It's just mobile sites will not do that. So make sure if you're adding a video background, some of you make the mistake of not picking a picture as well. If you don't pick a picture, it's going to show the default background of the template. So before you pick your video background, you always want to go pick a picture that will work with your background too, so it looks good on phones. Let me just show you another one here. There's one I'm looking for and I can't remember what it was. Let me see if I can find it. Spin globe was cool. Thought it was down here. Let me find it. I have so many of them, I forget where I put them all. Here it is. Hands type it on a keyboard. For example, since you're saying copy and paste, right? Add copy. You want stuff to match your ad copy. And since we're talking about, copying and pasting, or living room will work, even though that's a bedroom. Let's do this. So check that out. How crazy does that page look? So just a couple tweaks can make your pages look awesome, okay? Like on this particular page, I would probably not make this blue. I'd probably make this a darker color. Get this like maybe a little bit blacker. Maybe even do that a little bit. Maybe even I'd go more towards the yellow color, like the page here, and kind of darken it up just a little bit, like that. And look at the difference. You see how you can edit things to make it look and match the pages exactly, and you can make pages super high end? How cool is that, right? Some of you are missing out. So let me just get out of this one, and I want to go over here and I want to open up a couple more things here. I'm going to hit landing page builder, and I'm going to open up one of the video templates real quick. Well, I'm just going to show you a few of the templates here. Obviously, you guys know I use this one all the time. So I do this in almost every video here. This one's very easy. But again, let me show you something here, why you want to use the opacity tool. So for example, if you grab something that's very bright like this, see how hard it is to see the text on this? Well, number one, you got the computer screen, but you see how hard it is to read the text? Some of you guys and gals will build pages and do this, and then you try to edit the text, but then the pages are very hard to read. Well, guess what? If the page is hard to read, you're going to have a problem getting people to sign up if the page is hard to read. So one of the things here is, again, these opacity tools. I'm using Facebook. Maybe I'll go to dark blue or Facebook here. And then I can do this. Maybe I'll go a little bit darker blue. That's almost purple, so let me go more into the blue here. Like a Facebook blue. Now, my text pops off the page more. You guys see that? See how that one tweak makes all the difference on this page compared to if it were plain white, like it was when it started. It's a lot harder to see. Okay? So it's a lot better sometimes when you use this tool. Some of you totally ignore this tool. Also, too, I've seen some of you do capture pages that are like the Encyclopedia Britannica. Try to keep, like I don't even use this line usually at all. This third line, I barely ever use it. 3 lines of text is plenty when you're trying to build a page. Some of you write so much. If you have so much to write in your ad copy, then you're better off putting it into a video. I gotta tell you guys, people hate to read these days. People hate to read. We live in a fast food society. Everything is like, give me the information, let me see it quick. So if you have a text and it's like this big, people are gonna jump on your page and jump right back off. They're like, I don't wanna read all that. And it's like when you get an email and it's like 18 feet long. You don't wanna read all that. You want something short and sweet. Short and sweet will always convert better. If you have a lot to say, then you wanna use a dynamic video because people do watch videos. So if you have all this kind of things that you want to say, or you're trying to sell a product or whatever, then use a video to convey all that info, all right? Also, a lot of you, during the capture page, I see where some of you only get name and email. Now, I've done where we call it Mythbusters, okay? Where we have tested conversions. We've spent a lot of money out there on marketing. And we would always test our conversion rates big time on how things convert. And we tested just getting the email, just getting the name and email, and get name, email, and phone number. You know what? There was no difference. The thing is if someone comes to your page and sees a phone number and they don't want to put one in, the worst case that's going to happen is they're going to put a fake number in. No big deal, right? But you're going to find a lot of people put good phone numbers. And those are people you can actually call, and calling a lead over letting an autoresponder close a lead converts way more than you trying to sit around and hoping that your emails close leads. I ask people this question all the time. How many emails do you get a day that you never open? And a ton of you will say, I get a ton of emails I don't even open. Well, why do you think your subscriber is going to be any different? But if you have a phone number and you call them and say, hey man, I'm just checking in, you up to blah, 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 follow our scripts, now you have a chance. But if you only get name and emails, you never have a chance. Okay, you don't have a chance to actually call them and work that lead. You gotta hope that they're opening up your emails. I don't like putting my money into like a hope thing, hoping that they're gonna open up my email. No, if someone gives me a good phone number, they got one foot in the pool. All I gotta do is now push them in. Because you're not gonna put a good phone number in a form if you're not interested in something. Think about it, when you go and look at all these forms, you will never put your phone number in if you don't want someone to call you. So if you call somebody up and they actually answer, they put their good phone number in because they're looking for more information. That is like halfway to the finish line. People think about that. But if you only use name and email in our forms, you can. We let you right here. So if you come up to form settings and click simple, you can just get name and email. I think it's silly to get name and email. Because you know why? If your ad copy is good, if you make a really good ad copy and it's convincing and it's curious, people got to see what's on the other side. A phone number will not stop them from trying to get on the other side if the ad copy is good. Now, if the ad copy stinks and you can't write really good ad copy, maybe. But if the ad copy is really good, really curious, a phone number will not stop anybody. Worst case scenario, they put a bad phone number in, who cares? Next. But I'd much rather give people a chance so I have good phone numbers than no phone numbers. That's my rant on that. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys another way to use colors because some of you don't. I'm gonna show you how to use background shadows because some of you are terrible at it. So let me click on this. I'm gonna go find a, let me do like a makeup page just because there's a lot of colors. Okay, so let's say I wanna do a page here like this, okay? Some of you, obviously, I've seen some of you change this yellow up here, but then you don't change it on the button. Drives me absolutely crazy. Okay, so for example here, we have some green. This is not really the best picture because not as much color as I want, but I'll just show you here. So watch this. Ladies, we pay you to play with makeup. The coolest part about the Conversion Pros is you can use it for any product, any service. Usually what I do, I'll show you guys how I build pages. I delete this right away. I know I'm not going to use it. So then before I play with my text and colors, I write what I want to write, and then I go back and I edit everything. So then the second line here, make thousands per week and get tons of free makeup. See how? Watch our makeup tutorials. All right, so now I did that. Now, some of you I've seen would just leave it like that. Well, you can't read that real good, right? You can't read this black, the yellow, that's not really good, okay? So let's say I'm gonna play off this green here. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna click on edit button. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna click on this, click on the yellow, and then I'm gonna get into the greens. And look, you could actually come over here and move your mouse around. And so I'm gonna try to match this green here, okay? It has a purple background. I'm just gonna move that to black for now, okay? Then what I'm gonna do is I know I'm gonna use the same color green before I change all my text colors. Control C. I'm gonna change this line. Instead of black, I'm gonna make it that green too, because I want the page to go along. I'm not gonna do any shadows yet. And then the button, never leave the button yellow. You got white and green and you're doing such a great job, and then you leave this button. The yellow actually looks cool on certain pages, but not this page. So you click in the middle at the very bottom, okay? Hit background, change it. All I'm doing is pasting the same code to make sure it's the same color green. Notice this yellow underneath. Well, the box is a shadow. Well, we don't want that. I'm just gonna change that to black. And then I'm gonna play over here. See where I can play, move the box around. You can see where the box is moving. What I wanna do is I just wanna move it under just a little bit, like that, and then use the spread feature, so now it kind of glows and pops off the page. Okay, now that I have this done, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go play with the fonts again. That one looks all right. Now, notice you can't see this. I could darken this page easy too, if I want. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe if I go into the blacks, I could darken it up just a little bit more, like that. You see that? See, that's what I mean by playing with the opacity, because you want people to be able to read, okay? That doesn't do anything to page. Now, notice when I play the opacity tool, notice I have it around half. I don't have it here. That looks crazy. So I darken it a little bit until I like it. I'm like, it's too dark. Let me come back here. Okay, I can still read the text. That looks pretty good. Then I hit close. The other thing to do too, if you didn't know, is you can actually add background boxes. Let's say I want this to stand out. I can hit background and I can hit choose. Hit background, this box here, choose. And I could put a box on top of this text. I can also make that box as opacity as I want. So if I don't want it as dark, I can hit choose and you can still see through it there, right? If I go here and I make the text bigger, you'll see the box also grows with it. If I want to italicize the text here just to make it stand out a little bit more, I can. Now, I want to change this text. Black you can't see, so on this template I'll probably do white because we have white up here. Come down here and I look for a bigger text to use. So I scroll down, maybe I'll use this blue, and I make it a little bit bigger. And then text shadow. Here's how to use the text shadows right. Some of you will do this. You'll like make it like come out, and it looks almost like it doesn't fit. It just is like this real big text shadow. Well, I just do it a little bit, and then again I use the spread feature, and it just kind of blurs it a little bit and makes it look good. For example, this is a real good one. If I hit text shadows here, you can see some of you will leave it like that. It's real bold. I mean, it works all right, but when you just do the little bit of spread feature, it just tends to blend it a little bit. You see that? This is a little bit too big for me, so I'm gonna go down a little bit. I think I like it on one line there. And then let's add in one social button. So I scroll over here. How you turn your social buttons off, click in the box once, hit continue, the social buttons go away. If you type social buttons in, like your Facebook page or something, that's gonna do that. But look at the difference this page made. You see how we took the green and we started to blend everything in and it looks cool? And I might look at that and I'm like, well, that green looks cool, but check out that lip color. That lip color is kind of like that pinkish, you know, maybe reddish pink. So maybe I'll come in here and try to like match that. And then I could play with it again. I think, you know what, that looks a lot better. And so what I do when I'm building pages a lot of times, I just don't try to throw it up because I want it to look high-end. I want it to look more expensive. I want everything to look like, whoa, this page is money in the bank, you know? And so I'll play with stuff like this. And at first I'm like, okay, that green was cool. But then I look at it like this and I'm like, wow, now that page looks better. Now, here's the thing some of you do wrong, or some of you I don't like. Some of you will do all kinds of colors on the page. So then you'll come back over here and then you'll make this the green. And then, I mean, it looks all right if you're gonna do it all, but I don't like too many colors. I like the white to stand out to kind of match the opt-ins of the box. I don't think it should be like rainbow bright over here. All right, you should do that. So you do that. And again, you can change this text up here too. If you wanted to stand out a little bit more, do more of a marketing font, you can. And then I wouldn't do this. See, ladies, we pay you to play with makeup. Well, it's on two lines like that. I don't know, like that, play. So maybe I would do this. And then I would delete. And then maybe make the page like that. So I don't have just like one word on a second line because that looks goofy, okay? So everything I do to make the pages look a little bit more high-end. I try to make things stand out. I make things pop. For example, if a woman's looking at this page and it says make thousands per week and get tons of free makeup, I know that's a hot button for women. Women love getting free makeup. So now what I've done is I've made that stand out. Can you see this? And this is very Curious Ad Copy. One of the things I want you to notice here is there's a lot of home businesses that do makeup. Did I say the name of the company on this page? Do the ladies that look at this page have any idea or clue what's on the other side? No, but I guarantee you this, they want to know. And even if they're in a different makeup deal, they might look at this and be like, this company has the coolest stuff. Why am I using these lame pages? And this company over here is using killer pages, right? So that's one of the cool things about using Conversion Pros. Now let me show you something here too. Let me go into our video backgrounds again. Because you always want to check. I always, after my page is done, I'm like, well, that looks good, but can I make it even better? So I can come over here and like here's a makeup artist. So I can grab this and I'll say, okay, let me check this out. Put in the background video. All right, I gotta save the page first. Save lander. Oops. So now check that out. So now if I'm doing this, I might adjust the colors though. So now if I did add like a video to it, although I don't think that looks bad, it really stands out. Or maybe I'll say, okay, this box is just a little bit too dark. Let me just lighten this up just a little bit. Now check out the difference. See, it's the little tweaks that could take a page from okay to frickin' awesome. All right, and that's why I want to teach you guys all these kind of cool things that you can do with the Conversion Pros. Now, let me come over and do some other templates for you, just so I can show you what else we got. For example, I see a lot of you make mistakes on the one video template. Just so you know too, I want to show you guys and gals something. When you look at templates like this one here, you see it has bullet points. Well, I've had some people use this template and say, well, how do I take the bullet points away? I don't want to use bullet points. Well, that's easy. You don't use this one. You would look for one that we have. Let me show you here. It's in here somewhere. Come on, where are you? So many pages. Right here. No, that's the one with the template. Oh, right here. This one is basically the same page, no templates. Let me show you. Before, video to the left, form here, bullet points, no bullet points. That's how you get rid of your bullet points. You use the template with no bullet points. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Well, now, for example, I'm going to show you guys something here. So a lot of you use this template. Great template. Love this template. But let me just go, let me do like a weight loss background for an example here. And let me grab like this. Okay, great template. You're gonna pop in your weight loss video here. Problem, you got a big white form that hides the guy. And a lot of you will do this and you will leave it like this. Let me ask you, what looks better? That, the white box, or that? Well, Dave, it's hiding the writing. Yeah, so you change the writing. It doesn't hide it anymore. So you come down here and you change the writing, the color of it. And guess what? It doesn't hide it anymore, okay? So that one change makes a page from okay to great. See that? And a lot of times too, when you look at your templates, for example, I'm gonna go back here and show you a different video template. Like I'm gonna take one of these bigger video templates, like this one here. What you wanna do is, notice there's a left and right to the box. Okay, so one of the things I do is, if you click on hide menu, okay? Now you see there's a left and right to the box. So if you use the wrong graphic, let me just grab one. So when you're looking at your graphics that you want to use, for example, I'll just click on the businessman here. If you click where this guy, for example, and he's in the middle, it's not the greatest choice, right? It's in the middle. Even though that you can come down here again and do what I've been telling you guys to do this entire video, and you'll be able to see it, but it still kind of hides it, right? You got the left and the right. So if I was gonna do this, why wouldn't I go look and click on background image again and look for something that's a little bit more offset? Okay, so I'm gonna try to find something that's more to the left or more to the right of the image. Like this guy here, he's more to the right of the image. See, what you gotta remember though is when you edit, hit hide menu, because then the menu scrolls over. And I still don't like this as much because it kind of hides the guy altogether. So this wouldn't be a real good one. And on video templates, sometimes I don't use real busy backgrounds like that. On a lot of the video templates, sometimes the video you want as the focus of your thing. So you could even do something like even the space ones look cool. I mean, anything that's like a template. Now what sticks out is the video, because what you're trying to do on a video template is get people to watch the video. So if you have a super cool background or something that's like the cities are great. I love cities on video pages. I just think they look super cool, you know. I also like textures. So when I scroll down, and we have so many cool texture pages, it's ridiculous. So if I scroll down to texture, some of you guys don't even dive in. You guys look at just what you're in, and some of you don't look at all the other things. You're like, well, I'm in weight loss, so all you do is look in a weight loss gallery, and you forget about all these other cool things. Look at that brick wall that looks super cool. Just like that. No, oh, Dave, I can't see this. Now here's another editing thing here. So I click on, first of all, with that brick wall, I want to read my text, so I'm going to darken this up just a little bit. I'm going to just darken that up just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, let's say I want to make this red. I come over here, I make it red. See how it pops? Now you don't have a text problem. But I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. Some of you I've noticed have left it offset like this. You've wrote text and you've actually left it like this, which is stupid. Why would you keep it where it goes all the way in one line? Does that look like it's great to you? No, because some of you don't even play around and realize that there is a center button right there. And what looks better, left align or center align? So if you're going to do more than one word, make sure when you're playing with the text that, you center it, because this looks silly. I mean, I don't want my system out there and people are like, yeah, you got a great capture page system, but I don't know who wrote that. It looks stupid, right? I mean, see that one quick, and how do I do it? I double click on it, the editor comes up at the very bottom, I center it, just like that. Again, you can change all the fonts if you want, change them around, make them bigger, make them smaller, whatever. And then again, when you come over here in the bullet points, I can change every one of these. Can I see that? Like that. I'm trying to show some of the features of the pages that some of you are just missing. And also, I mean, it's kind of cool. We have a lot of these built in, and they're pretty cool. But some of you could write some better things about, your deal, like pays every Friday. Like, you don't need to leave these in here. Some of you leave stock in there, which is fine. But when you hammer in your bullet points, you really want to have good bullet. We pay you every Friday. Brand new, ground floor, top spots available. I mean, this is where you really want to hit the bullet points that it makes sense to this. Now, I want to show you something here too. This box, for example, is also editable. See how it's black? If I want it to match the whole page, maybe I make it red. I can also change the opacity of it, guys. I think the word of the day is opacity. And then maybe instead of that black text on there, I want to do white. Well, blue button looks stupid with all this red, so we're just going to change the background. Let me just shoot up to red real quick. Or maybe I want to change it to white, and then I can actually click on the letters, and the text color, instead of black, I can make that red and do that. Now maybe I want it to glow a little bit, so check this out. Double click in the middle. I get on box shadows, and I start to bring that down. You see it's black. Maybe I'll make it red, and then watch what I do when I do the spread thing, and then I can move it around. Now it looks like I have a button that's glowing on that page, just like that. You see that? Same with this text too, guys. If you want it centered, you can center it. See how much better center looks than left? You can italicize it. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller, whatever you want to do. But see all the editing that these pages allow you to do, and some of you are not knocking out of the park on that. And let me show you the background shadow that I would do too. So for example, on this, I want it to really pop. So I start to do a little bit of a background shadow, just enough so it really pops. I don't know if you saw how much I popped. And then I'll do the spread a little bit. It looks so much different. For example, if I change this to red up here, some of you will do text shadows, and here's what you do. I see this on pages all the time. That looks super stupid. All you did was do a text shadow. It pops off the page a little bit, but it makes the writing, it doesn't look very nice. Watch, spread. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop it back a little bit, where it just is right under the letters, where some of you are going like this and you're really seeing the letters underneath. No, just all you need to do is just move it a little bit, and it makes it have this 3D pop to it, and you don't see that ugly shadow going on. You see the difference that made on this page? Okay, big difference, big difference. Again, on video pages, you guys can also use video backgrounds. So for example, I come over here, I want to come into the, and again, all I'm doing is copying and pasting, one click of my mouse. I'm not doing anything complicated at all. There's no technical skills at all. So let's say I wanted to do something crazy behind the video. Maybe I'll go and grab a city. Let me just see here. Look, I got some cities in here. Maybe this is a travel page, and I'm talking about sending people to. Well, I guess Vegas wouldn't be real good right now, would it? So let me do New York Times Square. grab that. And then I'm just going to change this page here. Hit save later. Now look how cool that looks. So your video, let me go grab a video just so I can show you how cool it looks with a video playing.
Meet Arnold. Last time he was slaughtered.
All right, I have no idea what video that is. Okay, so then I'm gonna come over here, edit, copy and paste the video link, hit edit.
Meet Arnold.
I'm gonna turn off the sound. Now check that out. You got a video playing, so your eyes are focused. But like if anybody came to this page right now, how cool do they think you are? They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, where do I get something like this? And again, actually the red I did actually plays very good off the background. You see the red in the background? A lot of times what I do is I look at the background. Maybe if I didn't want red, I'd choose like an electric blue color. So maybe I'd come in here and maybe find like more of electric blue to kind of match, and you see how good that looks. So I kind of, that sign there is kind of the blue or the fuchsia maybe, so that I could come in here and I could change it, change all that. And with this here, I probably wouldn't keep it all red. I'd probably do white, you know, maybe one red, some of this white, maybe this red, you know, just to tie it all in. But you see the difference, just the little tweaks make. That's why I really wanted to show you guys and gals all these crazy tweaks that you can do on the pages that some of you are missing out on. Again, if you just use this template as is, it came with a white box, and the white box, it was all the way full too. The opacity of it, it looked like it was all the way like that. And if it was all the way like that, you were gonna miss out all the good. Actually, white doesn't look too bad on this page, you know, if you do it right. So that's kind of cool too. All right, so now let me get into some other things about the pages that you can do. I showed you this. I want to show you a site called Jiffy real quick. Jiffy.com. You might be familiar with it because Facebook is now using it. All the GIFs, okay? So these actually will play on mobile phones. Now video backgrounds don't, but these will, okay? The only thing is they look kind of blurry on your main computer screen. So what you do here is you click on the link, actually you right click on it, copy image address. That's what you're gonna do, copy image address. And let me just edit this page here, so I'm here. What you do is you're not gonna put it in your background of your YouTube. It's not a YouTube video, it's actually like an image. So where it says provide background, you're gonna copy it there. And you see that page right there? You see how it instantly will change it? Let me do that again so I can show you. So if I come over here, I did money GIFs. I mean, there's a million of them that you can choose. Let's do this one. Copy image address. Come back over here. Put it in the provide background. Not the background video. It's not a video. It's not a YouTube video. And just like that, it'll be that. And this will actually play on mobile phones. How cool is that? All right. So we give you video backgrounds. We let you use GIFs, okay, in your pages. We also let you, you know, you can change the opacity and the buttons. And the same thing here too. A lot of you guys will change everything, and then you'll leave the button the same color. Remember, you can also change the button. So if I want to do a black button with white writing, I can. You can change, everything is customizable. By the way, if any of you know anybody in different languages, okay, you could actually, so let's say someone is Spanish, they could actually type this, all the verbiage in here in Spanish, okay? All the verbiage they could change to Spanish. They could change the verbiage on the text to Spanish. They could pop in a YouTube video that is Spanish, and they can have an entire 100% Spanish page. Right now we're in 49 countries. I've seen Russian pages, I've seen Swedish pages, I've seen, all these different countries, and it's really cool. I don't know what the heck they say. I've seen Chinese letters, like Asian stuff. I mean, it's crazy. And it allows people to build pages in their own language. And what's cool is they get the share code. And so when they're building a big team, they can share it. And instantly, so a lot of these companies, especially in the home-based business industry, do not build out pages in different languages. So you get a leader, they build out a page in a different language, they get everybody on their Conversion Pros, they give them the share code, and they instantly have pages and entire funnel systems built in their language. So cool. Okay, a couple things here. Speaking of share codes, we edited the share codes. A lot of you, I don't know if you saw our video on this. Our landing pages now that we did, okay, we got a ton of stuff back here. We made them clickable. So you can actually click on a link now, and it says, do you want to preview it? And you can say, yes, I want to preview it. And if you like what you see here, you can actually keep it. Okay, so when you go back, you hit copy, and it says page is copied. You want to start editing it now. And you can click OK, and the editor will pop up, and you can actually start editing the page that you copied instantly. We just added that feature, so that's cool. Now, some of these pages that are in here were done before we did the opacity tool. So a lot of you might go to change the opacity and say, wait, I can't change the opacity. And if that happens, it's because those pages were built before we added that feature. So if you can't change it, you can't. But if you like the page, you can always, build your own. It's very easy to do. But now we've added that to share codes where you can instantly copy, instantly edit the share codes. They're all clickable. We're going to be adding tons. I'm back here. Super cool. Also, because the holiday's coming up, okay? It's coming into fall. It's coming into almost Christmas, things like that. A lot of you can do, we have, I don't know if you know this, but we've added an entire gallery that's called Holiday. So if you scroll down and click on Holiday, because when you relate with people, your conversion rate always goes up when you relate with a lot of people. So if you click on holidays here, we got the like the graveyard right now for Halloween. So I could come here and say, we make you money so fast, it's scary. Kind of like that. And again, we have some scary fonts that you can use. So if you get into fonts here, you can scroll down and let me see if I can find one for you. I don't want to keep this webinar going for Butcherman. So like if I click on Butcherman, that one's kind of hard to read. So I would go and I'd look for another one. But there are some other ones in here that are kind of scary and stand out a little bit, like Creepster. Yeah, that's a good one for there. So you could do that. So we got all these Halloween. Let me just show you a couple more that we added here. So those are kind of fun pages. See, again, it's curious ad copy. You're not saying, hey, listen, I'm an XYZ company. You're not doing that. You're being curious and you're being different. See, you're standing out because you're not doing what every single person in your company is doing. They're going to see what you're doing and they're going to be like, how do I get these pages? I don't remember the company giving me that. And they're going to think that you're super cool, and people want to work with super cool people. We got Thanksgiving pages. We got pumpkins. If you want to stock, only 3 months to Christmas, it's coming. Like, 3 months left to Christmas. We could show you how to put 10 grand in your pocket before the holiday, blah, 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 and build the page out. So again, you can start hitting people's emotions based on, branding things or building things around what people are thinking about. And conversion rates always go up when you do that, okay? Don't always think I got XYZ product and I gotta constantly market XYZ product. No, that's what every person in your company is doing that's failing miserably. Step outside the box, do what everybody else isn't doing, and then you're gonna pick up so many more customers because they're gonna be like, I've looked at this business 5 times that I've seen it. Everybody's just showing me their corporate lame website, and all of a sudden, I didn't even know that this was the same company because I came through this awesome system that blew me away, how cool it was. How do I get that system if I join the company? I hear that all the time. And so cha-ching, they're gonna wanna work with you, okay? And you're gonna put some extra money in your pocket, you know, with the conversion pros. It just makes so much sense. Now, I'm gonna help you guys out. 2-button pages. A lot of people are confused on 2-button pages. And I got a guy here that wanted me to edit one of his pages, or I told him I'd edit one of his pages. He's probably on wondering why I haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna show you guys a before and after real quick. Because he showed me his page and I'm like, listen, buddy, I could do a way better job than that. And so I'm gonna log in as him. So log in his back office. I'm gonna click on landing page builder and we're going to do a before and after live for you. Okay, so he's in a business for weight loss and he says, hey, I want to do it better. Sick and tired, this is the page. So I'm gonna click at it. Okay. And not to point out the flaws, but I don't think he minds. First and foremost, this text is way too big. Don't increase your text size till it's huge. It's just too, it doesn't need to be. Okay, so I'm gonna break down what's wrong with this page. He's just playing with the system, nothing wrong with what he's doing. But if I could make it better for him, he's going to be happy. And then all of you guys are going to get a learning lesson out of this. So that's good. This is way too big. Okay. Second problem, this background here is hard to see. It's very, very hard to see next to this video. The other problem is I don't like small text. I don't like small words on text. By the way, capitalizing one word or one letter will do nothing to get you more conversions. We've tested it over and over again. Does nothing to make someone do something extra. Here's another problem though. These are buttons, but they don't look like buttons. The average user are gonna think these are just like graphics. They don't look like buttons because they're way too big, okay? They're just way too big and we're going to reduce that size and we're gonna actually make it look like buttons. But I've seen a lot of you on the 2-button pages do this because you try to write too much text in the button and then you increase the text size and then you build a page and people don't even know it's a button to click on. Well, that's a problem, right? Because you're trying to have a call to action. Okay, so first of all, let's look. He has a great video here and I love people that do their own videos and brand themselves. I think that's awesome. So let's go into pick background image. He's doing weight loss. So let's do an image that actually will go around the video. So we're gonna go to weight loss, where's it at? And like this is a great graphic here. Let's see how that looks. Now what I do is I hit hide menu and then I can see where this is at. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna try one more here. I'm gonna go to pick background image. I'm gonna go back into weight loss. And I'm gonna see how this one looks. It's about the same. Actually, black and white looks pretty strong because it's really popping his video out there. So, but you see this writing's just way too big. Sick and tired of being broke, fat, sick and tired. So, okay. So I don't know if he realized he did this, but you're saying the same thing twice. And ad copy, the shorter, the better. And people might be sick of being fat, broke, and tired, but you can say it a lot easier. Just tell them what they want. So, get the body you dream about. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna drastically reduce this text. Okay, now maybe I'll play. I'm looking at the colors here, and it, you know, he's wearing this green shirt. Maybe I'll play off that green, like that. And maybe I'll come down here. Let me see. There's a stencil font that's kind of cool. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, that's not the one. All right, I kind of like that. Now, even though it's black behind here, I'm still gonna go in the text shadow, and I'm just gonna pull one out a little bit, even though that you can see it a little bit coming in under here, but then I'm gonna have the spread feature. And all that's gonna do is it's gonna pop that green off the page, okay? You can see that it's not really muddy in the background. You can read it really good. Okay, click below to learn about fat loss and making money while changing your life, finances, and others. This is a lot to be said. I imagine, I haven't watched this entire video, but I imagine when you do, especially if you guys do a video, and in this, what you wanna do is explain what both buttons are below, okay? In the video itself. Hey, listen guys, if you wanna try the product right now or get a free sample, you're gonna click the first button, the one that's on your left right there. And then if you're ready to go and you say, man, I can make some money at this, I see what you're doing, click on the other button that says make money, and then you can check out the Bizon. See, so you're basically in your video, if you're gonna do your own video, people are sheep. You gotta tell them what to do, where to go, okay? So we're gonna do that. But here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this. Okay, I'm gonna click on this, too much text. And really what I would do here, since this is a landing page, and I'll let him edit this, instead of giving them instructions there, I would do this because they just watched your video, right? What do you want them to do? You want them to get excited. Questions? Call me. That's what you want on there, because you got them excited. They just watched your video. Now they might actually have a question for you. Well, the best thing that can happen is they're gonna pick up the phone. I mean, you won't believe how many people have called me on the phone and say, man, I'm on your website right now. And I'm like, that's awesome. And I knew that they just had a question and I could answer their questions, and more than likely they're gonna sign up. So what I'm gonna do here, then I'm gonna use that same font that we got at the top. And you can see it's got a little bit of money. You can't see it that good. So we're gonna go into the text shadows, and I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit. And so you can start to see the text shadow kind of coming out. And then what I'm gonna do is hit the spread feature. And you can see that a little bit more, okay? Just like that. I don't know if you guys remember how this started and what it looks like now. It's a big difference. Now let me show you this here. Ketones, fat loss and ketones. We're gonna change this. First of all, I'm gonna just change it to ketones, or maybe just fat loss. Okay, look at the difference right there. Well, the next thing I'm gonna do here is we're gonna reduce it. And especially on mobile. On mobile, when the buttons are real big, it look real silly. So you want these smaller. Okay, so I have fat loss right here. I'm looking at his background here. I think I'm gonna change the button to maybe a blue instead of red. Well, I could leave it. Red's not necessarily bad for a button, because it is a button. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the text shadow here. And on this, I might actually do like a white text shadow. Whoop, I hit the wrong text shadow. I used the font here. Box shadow. I'm going to change that to white. And then I want to see how I pop it out of the bottom here. Now watch. Now it's popping off the page. You see the glow? Look at the difference between this and that. Now it kind of looks like a button because it has a little bit of glow behind it, and now it's almost has a 3D effect. So then what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to change it, instead of making money, make money, so it's smaller. The smaller you can do things, the better. And what I'm going to do here is we're drastically going to reduce the size. Okay, something's up with this. I don't know how he did it, but he's somehow managed to make the button a lot bigger when he was editing this. The font should make it instantly smaller. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe a different font here. Well, let me try something here. Edit text. I don't know what you did, Lou. I might have to have my programmer look at this so we can adjust this particular page for you. Because I don't know why that button's bigger than it should shrink like this one. Maybe you copied and pasted. I don't know. So we're gonna have to fix that. But what we're gonna do here in the meantime is hit block shadow, hit white, bring that out, and we'll make it glow. In the meantime, I guess I can make this one a little bit bigger. I just hate to do that. I'd rather make it, when they're smaller, they just look so much better. Okay, when they're big, they don't look like buttons. And you see the difference in the text? So I'm not real sure I did this. I've never seen this happen before. Because the bigger I make that, the bigger the button goes. So I'm gonna have to play with that and see, get my programmer to see if there's some sort of code or something you kind of screwed up. If we did this from scratch, we wouldn't be having this issue at all. So, you know, that's how that works. Also, a lot of you, when you get to a page like this, the 2-button page, you say, Dave, I can't find there's no way for me to put my link in. How do I link these pages? Well, the links are actually in the buttons, the 2-button pages here. You click on edit, and where it says link, you'll actually put your link in there. I also like to open them in new windows. So they click on one, your capture page is still there, and then they can come back and then click on the button, the other one. So I'm gonna hit link and open a new window. That way, if they click on the button, they can still come back to the capture page and do that. But you see the difference here. I actually might even make the buttons green too, just so the whole thing flows better. I think that would actually look probably better. I'm big on making pages flow together and make them look cool. So I would probably change, just because the red kind of just stands out a little bit too much for me. Red, green. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't know whether he will, but I certainly do. And then we just got to go change that. So now look at this page. You got the green shirt on. You got the perfect bodies in the background. Everything's going good. And now this page is a lot more higher end looking, okay? Remember the writing at the top, how big it was and the shadow was off? And a lot of you have done that. You guys will just start building a page and you'll make the writing real big and this and that. And it really doesn't make the pages as clean and high end and expensive like we've done here. You don't need huge writing. You see, this writing is not huge, but with the background shadow, it pops out cool. We used a cool font. Everything looks good. We're taking the color off the shirt. We're starting to put all these things together. And this is how you build really high-end pages, when you start to think about things and really start to look at stuff instead of just throwing stuff together. Let me hit save on that. And let me go back into the admin section here and do that. So I'm trying to think what else I got for you on the landing pages, what else you can do here, because we have so many templates. Just so you know, this 1-button template here, I thought everybody was crazy, but they're right. For some reason, the link to link this one is also in the button. So if you want this one to link, you click on the button, it will say link. You delete that little slash, you put your website there, and it'll go. This is actually a very clean page with this background here too. But again, everyone, we have so many templates. Now, okay, couple other things. Early on when I started, I don't want to keep this thing going forever, but when I started, I talked to you about doing video email templates and your autoresponders and how cool that looks. I'm not going to necessarily go over that today, but I want to show you where it's at. If you click on the TCP webinar section at the top of your back office and scroll down, training number 2, I believe it is. Let me look through here. Yes, this is it. I'm going to just show you. So we take a landing page and then we add the picture. We add a video. Let me show you guys here. We add a video right into your autoresponder. We don't actually adding a video. All we're doing is adding a picture of it. And what happens is when they click on it, we link them. So that's what it looks like in their email. Watch it, click here below. So if they click on that picture, they're going to assume that it's a video, but what's going to happen is the minute they click on it, it's going to open up to your video page that you created, your landing page. And this video, this webinar teaches you how to make killer video pages to make it look like your prospects are actually getting video emails. And you can set up your autoresponder and make it and add different pages. You can actually have a different landing page for every day. Can you imagine doing a different video and they click on your autoresponder and they go to a different page and like, hey man, glad you clicked on that email. Let me tell you what's up today, or let me show you this product, or let me do this, or let me do that. And then the next day, it's a whole different template, different background, different video that you did. And then you could do this. That's a secret for when, you know, the difference between top earners and the difference between all the sheep, the normal people that never make money. Because top earner's gonna think, man, I got 10 email messages. I'm gonna take time to do 10 different videos. I'm gonna do 10 different backgrounds. I'm gonna do 10 different pages. And my autoresponder is gonna have a new video each day. And the people that are watching this won't be able to stand not joining me, because they're gonna wanna know how I did this. But with the Conversion Pros, we give you unlimited landing pages. We teach you all this, and we let you do as many as you want. You see the difference there. Now let me show you something else. That really makes a lot of sense. Okay, when you go on Facebook, it's real easy to take any video. Let's say I want to take this video. And, you know, if I post a video, I'm just going to post it here. I'll delete it later. Okay, well, I don't know why it didn't show up in the group, but sometimes it'll show the picture, whatever. Okay, well, there's no call to action on this. So let's say you did a video, okay? So let me just go over here. Let me just go back to makeup tutorial, for example. I don't know why I'm pleasing all the ladies tonight. So let's say you have a new product and you want to show people how it works on Facebook, okay? And well, they're doing this, the makeup, this stuff, okay? So Kim Kardashian makeup, okay? So let's say this is you and you're trying to show your new product. Sure, you can take this video and you can come over to Facebook and pop it on Facebook, just like that, and post it, right? But why would I want to do that when instantly, for example, I could just do this page here. I could pop that video right here. I could go into pick a background. Since it's makeup, I'm just going to go into makeup real quick. Remember, this works with any product, any service. I'm just, you know, I don't know why that came up to the top of my head, but I know women in the makeup business, you guys have a lot of products, for example, and you might have a mascara you want to show, or a new eyeliner comes out, or new this comes out, you know? And so what do? You want all of your fans on your Facebook page or all your friends to see it. Sure, you could just post that, you could just post your regular video there, and which is boring, and everybody can do it. Then they could go see all your competition, all the other makeup stuff, all the other brands, all the other stuff. Or we could do something like this, have all the makeup brushes in the background, and you could do, so for example, check out this new lipstick. Okay, what I would do, maybe pick the color that's going to match what I'm doing here. Probably find it cool, whatever, font. Maybe add a little bit of a background shadow. Now watch this. Some of you will do that and you'll leave it look like that. Looks silly. Use the spread. It just blends it a little bit. Looks better. Okay, then maybe you give away a sample. Maybe you say, call me for a free sample. All right, so I can do this. And then the button. So, or on this button here, I'm just gonna make the button the same color just for the heck of it. And now edit the text, buy now. So maybe you want people to buy this product, right? And you want to market it on Facebook. Now, even though this template has the bigger button, I still don't like it. So what I would do, where is it at? There you go, is I'd reduce it. Okay, I just like a smaller button. Background shadow, No box shadow. I'm gonna do black. Hit the spread feature, make it kind of glow off the page. Also, I would add a text background here. Watch. I go like that, but that's not where I stop. I use the spread feature. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, then you could add your social networking too. Maybe you have your YouTube channel where you do makeup tutorials, or you have your Instagram channel where you have a lot of before and afters. You could do that. So now what I would do here is, let's see, makeup. I don't want to show you how this whole thing works. And this is another powerful way to use the Conversion Pros. Okay, so let's check this out. So before, what you did was you went on Facebook and you were just gonna post that link. All right, I'm gonna hit delete on this one here. You're ready just to post that link and it's gonna look like this. Well, what you should do is you should go over here into your landing page builder and find the page you did. Whoop. I got a million pages in here. That'll be the last one. Okay, and I'm just gonna click on it. Okay, first and foremost, look how cool that page looks, okay? We're talking about makeup, the colors are cool, the video pops up. Now what I wanna do is, see this top right, there's 3 little dots at the top right? You realize that you can actually reduce your screen a little bit. So I reduced it to 80%. Then what I'm gonna do, because I'm on this webinar, I can't use my normal tool, I'm gonna look at my snipping tool here. This comes with PCs, I don't know what Apple has. But I'm gonna do the snipping tool, and I'm gonna hit new, and I'm just gonna take a picture of this page, like this. I'm gonna hit File, Save As. I'm gonna save it to my desktop so I know where it's at. And I'm just gonna call it Cam. Save. Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you go to Facebook and you post this video, where's your call to action at? Can someone watch that video and immediately click a button and order your product? Immediately have your phone number to call you and do anything? Immediately connect to your Instagram page or connect to your YouTube page? Or can they actually do that? No, it's just your YouTube video. So that's stupid. Why am I gonna do that? So instead, I would write, check out, it's kind of weird me writing this, right? Amazing new fall makeup color lipstick. Ladies. So then you want to do some ad copy with it. You will go nuts. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I'm going to go to my desktop, find Kim, open. And what it's going to do is going to pull that picture that I just took in, like this. Now what I'm going to do is I could use a TV URL, but just to save time here, I'm going to go back to Conversion Pros, hit Get Link. I'm just going to copy the whole thing, for example. I'm going to go back to Facebook, and then I'm going to post the link where they could click on it. Okay? Now let me just hit post. Everybody else that's not on here is going to wonder what the heck's going on in the Conversion Pros group, and that's all right. So look at what we did here. Check this out. Amazing new fall makeup color lipstick. Ladies, you'll go nuts. Well, they see this cool makeup background. Isn't that gonna grab their attention? The video's here. If they want to watch the video, they can click on it. Well, when they click on it, you got your heading about whatever you're doing. They got the video they can watch. Call me for a free sample. Your name and phone number could be right here. You can have a buy now that links them right to the page of your website where they can buy your product or order your product. You can do this with weight loss. You could do it with cyber currency. You can do it with anything. And then you can connect them right there to your social buttons. So what you've done is, as you're marketing socially on Facebook, your call to action is right in their face. They can connect with you. They're not seeing your competition. They're not seeing other girls. They're not seeing other companies do the same thing. They are 100% focused on what you want them to see, and then you made it look super high-end, you made it look super cool, and nobody else in the company's doing it, and then everybody's going to wonder why you're selling the most lipstick or the most water or the most cyber currency or the most weight loss, because you've done something super cool and you have someone's 100% attention. Guess what? You could pop the pages up like this every single day. You could do new backgrounds, you could do new videos. The Conversion Pros, because we give you unlimited pages, allows you to be an unlimited marketer. As opposed to all these people in a company, they get their corporate website and maybe a corporate capture page, that's all they get to use. So every day, all they're doing is posting the same thing over and over and over and over again. And think about this, some of you are in companies that have multiple products. TLC is another one. They sell weight loss tea, they sell eyelashes, they sell wraps, they sell all kinds of things, they sell coffee. I mean, they're a company that sells multiple different things. Well, so you can send them to your main website where people are going to get confused because everything's all on one page and they don't know where to look, and it's literally sales repellent because it's too much action. Or you can make people focus and take one product and laser target them in, and then always have these pages. So later down the road, you're talking to somebody and they're like, listen, I'm looking for that one shade of lipstick. You remember that you built this page a long time ago. You can text it to them. You can send it to them right there and say, oh, wait a second, I got something for you to see. And you broke something down. You see, that's how smart marketers think. That's how the top earners get where the top earners are, is by doing this kind of stuff. So we give you unlimited pages. You know, you can edit them. But some of you, I go in people's back offices all the time and I talk to a lot of you. And a lot of you are using about this much power of what you got your hands on. That's kind of like driving a Ferrari, getting a Ferrari and going on roads that only let you go 25 miles an hour. Sure, you're in the Ferrari, sure, it's cool, sure that, but you're not getting what the Ferrari gave you. You want to take it out on a road where you were in the desert where you could go as fast as you want to go and really feel how that car was built. They gave you the power so you can use it. Many of you are not doing a lot of these things that we're showing you in the Conversion Pros, and some of you are not getting, you're getting your money's worth, of course, but what you're not getting is to the next level. And the thing about it is, guys and gals, we made this so easy for you to go get affiliates in the Conversion Pros because we give you a powerhouse of tools. I just showed you how one page, let me just show you this real quick again. One page, let me edit this page. One template could look entirely different. Okay, we have this here, watch. If I really wanted to, look how much different that looks. You can change it. Look at that blue right there. If I want to take that blue makeup, maybe I'll find that blue color I want. Look at the difference. Same page, people. Totally different look in just seconds of editing, and you can do this. Check this out here too. This page actually has a phone number on it, which you can go and edit. Okay, contact us. You can make that a little bit bigger. But we give you so many cool templates, so much stuff. But the templates we give you, I don't want you to think that, oh, these are only like set templates, because you can make them look, the look of them, the feel of them, use your video backgrounds in them, use the GIFs in them, change the colors, change the opacity, change the text, use the shadows right, use the buttons right. And if you start playing with this and doing the techniques that I've shown you tonight, your pages are going to look way more high-end, way more expensive, and then the only thing that you need to get better at then is writing better ad copy, which I also have a training. If you haven't watched it, everyone, it's in the webinar section. It's back here somewhere on writing ad copy. It's somewhere back here. But really, really good training on ad copy. I forget where it's at, but I'm pretty sure it's back there. So I would watch that. And also, this ebook giveaway is good too. So if you want to give away, since I was doing the makeup thing, how to do a shadow eye. I don't know makeup, but I know that's something. So if you wrote an ebook, you could literally follow that ebook training, give it away, and then lead them back to these pages. Okay, we show you so many cool things. So what I want to do now is I kind of want to open it up for some questions. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys want chat, then let me know you learned something. There are a couple questions here. Great webinar, thank you. Let's see. Yes, it's going to be recorded and uploaded. Is there any questions that you guys would like to ask me that I could go over real quick? Is there anything that you guys want to ask me? Awesome training, thanks, you're welcome. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of this. And again, everything I showed you tonight is very simple. Someone said it's very simple. It is simple. There's no technical stuff. You click on one button, you change it. You know, a slider here and there, slide it back and forth. You know, it's not like you got to learn all this code. It's very, very easy to do. There's nothing intimidating. Some of you are going too fast. Some of you aren't really mastering the art of making these pages look, you know, really, really, really good, and you can. And you guys can take, a lot of the share codes I did look pretty awesome, so you guys can take those share codes and do that too. So learned a few good tips, good. Countdown timers, no Josh, we don't do countdown timers because they simply don't work. Actually, I was one of the ones that used countdown timers in 2007. I had a capture page business called Prospect Blazer, and we actually did countdown timers. They actually did way less for converting than they actually converted. And you don't need a gimmick. If your ad copy is good, people are doing it. Everybody knows if they go to a page and there's a countdown timer, they go back to the page and the countdown timer refreshes and this and that. Everybody knows it's a gimmick. It's like, how many infomercials do you have to watch where they say, well, there's only so many limited. You can go to the website right after the webinar's, the infomercial's done, and you'll get the same deal 2 weeks later. People aren't stupid. And sometimes some of these gimmicks are trying to get people to do stuff, and it's just like, you don't need it. What about promoting MCA? MCA, if you go to our forum, we show you, we have an entire webinar on MCA. Under our landing pages, we have entire capture pages for MCA. If you haven't watched our webinar, why not? I've already done that. Here's all of our MCA pages right here. Why haven't you watched the video yet? And go to tcpforum.com and you can see it. And everything I just showed you tonight works for any company. Works with MCA, works with water deals, works with Bitcoin, it works with anything. I'm showing you the foundation on killer pages. You need killer pages. The button size can be changed on the miscellaneous tab. Maybe, I don't know. This one, I don't use it, I just lower the text. Let's see here. But yeah, you don't need gimmicks. Gimmicks don't convert any better. Like, I had a lot of people, I want to change one line of text and make it red and the rest of it green. Why? Doesn't give you any more conversions on it. We've tested it with tens of thousands of dollars. You won't get any more conversion out of that. There's no point. None. Well, I want one word that has caps and the rest small. Why? That's not going to give you any more conversion. See, a lot of people hear a lot of these myths out there online. Well, we've actually tested it with a lot of money and actually got the data. And data beats talk any day of the week, in my opinion. Okay, you know, we spent a lot of money and we certainly wanted to get our money's worth. We tested colors, we tested caps, we tested everything, countdown timers, all that kind of stuff. And you know what converted more than anything? Good ad copy. Good ad copy always converts. Don't matter whether one word is capital letters or not. Don't matter if one word is one color or not. If the button's one color, doesn't matter. Good ad copy will always get people to opt in, and then good videos with good ad copy with good call to action will always take people to the next level to get you sales and signups 100% of the time. You don't need a gimmick. Actually, gimmicks almost insult people's intelligence, and that's why we don't do it. Can we add a countdown timer? Yeah, we can. I mean, that program takes us like 2 seconds, but we won't because it will hurt your conversions, and we're out to get you more conversions, not less. All right, anybody else have any questions they want to know about editing pages, some of the cool stuff you can do with them? What converts better? This is a great question, guys. What converts better, capture pages with or without videos? It depends. If you got a really strong video, like the ones we have in Conversion Pros, we get tons of opt-ins because it's a good video. I've seen some really stupid videos. I've seen some really long videos. If you are going to put a video on a capture page, you want it to be short, sweet, dynamic, maybe have pumping music, this and that. Yes, you do have an attribute editor, Stefan, everybody does. And I'll explain that in a minute. So if you're gonna have a marketing video, you want it to be, you know, make sure that when you watch it, that your blood is pumping, that it's pumped you up. And you're like, whoa, I gotta see what's on the other side of this video. If you use a video that's pretty lame, or it's like 15 minutes. I've seen people try to put 15-minute, 20-minute videos on their capture page. That's not the place for it. Those videos go on landing pages. 1 to 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes tops would be what you would have on a capture page. You want it short, sweet, call to action, like, oh my gosh, this video is creating so many people that are making so much money that you have to see what we're doing. If you don't need any technical skills, all you need to do is know how to copy and paste. Can you do that? Of course you can. We take amateurs and make them pros practically overnight. And what you have to do right now is put your name, email, phone number in the video, in the section below this video or beside this video right now to take you to life-changing information. See, a video that has like bap, 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 and then it tells them what to do because people are sheep. Tell them to fill in your form. Then that's a good video. If you're trying to use some lame, long video, yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to try it, and then it's going to work. Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie says she don't have an attribute editor. Actually, Stephanie, our system works the exact same for every user. We have thousands and thousands of users on our system. And if our attribute editor was broken, it would be broken for me right now. So number one, you need to be in Google Chrome. Number two, make sure that you're hitting this edit text button. Because like right now, I click on the text, this attribute editor comes up. If I click on edit text, for example, you're gonna see a cursor blinking. While the cursor is blinking, I don't get an attribute editor. I have to come back to the edit design button, and then when I click it, the attribute editor comes up. And so that's probably what you're doing. So you're probably not messing with this button right here. If you see a flashing cursor, you need to go hit the button, and then your attribute editor will come up. You got to feel the page to get the silence. Well, it has to have good ad copy. It has to have good ad copy. Everything has to tie in, yes, together. But we made it easy. We made it easy. So again, if you make a page not look very good, I've seen people that use the same background right here. I mean, this is an all right background. But for example, if you want to talk about making money, you know, what talks about making money? Cars talk about making money. Money takes a lot about making money. So we got a lot of cool things that you could go back in here and use to get people excited about making money. And I'm gonna look for it's down here. Like vehicles, you know. There's a Range Rover. Here's a BMW. Okay. Obviously that. Some of you have luxury car programs. If you can say, hey, put one of these in your driveway. Now again, you're not going to see the text very good on this, so I might want to bump this up a little bit, the opacity up, just enough so you can see the text better. And now that page, you can read all the text on this page. So that's it. Any other questions? Make sure you guys change this button. And like if you're, for example, on this page right here, I'm not going to leave this button yellow. I'm probably going to say, well, that's kind of a cool blue car. Maybe I'll play off the blues here. And then I look at what's on the page itself. And then this, you know, you can move it around. You can actually find very close to the color. Box shadow, I'm going to change that to black. Hit the spread feature. Now look at that. See how that goes with the car? I didn't leave the yellow. Why? There wasn't really yellow on this page. So when you add backgrounds, kind of look at your background and start to pull some of the colors off the background. That just makes sense. And it's going to make a very much more dynamic page. All right? All right, anybody, any more questions? I don't see any more questions. Let me see. There's Q&A here. Any more questions? The guys page for weight loss, you wanted to change the size of the button. I believe you can change the overall size of the button yourself, the width of the buttons. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right, everybody. Well, I don't see any more questions coming. Let's see. Change. Block people. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you learned something. I hope it was a good webinar. I hope it was entertaining. I hope that you guys actually learned some really cool tricks that we give you. And hopefully I'm going to see a lot more awesome pages. And you guys are going to use these pages in creative ways like the video emails and posting on Facebook the right way. And literally have those call to actions, because call to actions make money. All right, everybody. I'm excited to do this. We'll do some more of these webinars. Glad everybody learned something. Again, you guys know I'm in the Facebook group all the time. If you guys have any questions, you guys definitely know how to get a hold of me. I'm always there, always around to help. I love helping everybody have success. All right, everybody. We will talk to you later. Have a great night.